Good evening, students, alumni, and friends of the university, and congratulations to our honored guest, Mr. McGonigal. As Mrs. Clark kindly introduced me, my name is Rebecca Clark, and I am a senior at the University of Scranton. As both a presidential scholar and member of the Business Leadership Program, I was asked to speak about what the Presidential Scholarship has meant to me. What a difficult question, because it has meant everything. Fall of my senior year of high school, I had no idea where I was headed. As anyone in my life can attest to, I am amazing at making decisions. I applied to 12 schools, expecting the admissions process to cut down the options, only to be left with 12 schools as the decision date approached. I should have known what my decision was when I saw that special envelope from the University of Scranton. I'd already visited Scranton, and I was amazed at what I had found there. Not only was it a fantastic school with a fantastic business program, but there was just that feeling when I stepped on campus. I felt like I was home. I've never been to any other place, and I doubt I will ever return to any other place that gives me that special feeling that I get every single time I cross into Scranton past that special Electric City sign. Because I am so bad at decisions, it was hard for me to make a choice, even though in my heart I knew there was no choice to be made. I came down to a decision between Scranton and Notre Dame, but the two are just incomparable to me. Scranton had the great business school, the strong alumni connections, the special Jesuit meaning to education, but more importantly, it was home. Notre Dame might have the football team, but Scranton will always have my heart. What helped tip me over the edge and promise me that I was about to make the best decision of my life? It came one night while I was sitting down to dinner with my parents. The phone rang, I picked it up, and it was Joe Roback in the admissions department. He asked me about scholarships. With a shaky laugh, I told him a full ride would be great. And he said, well, good, because that's what you're gonna get. I was speechless. My parents were speechless. It was the first time I've ever seen my dad cry such proud tears. My dad's here tonight, so if you speak to him, please don't bring this up. Needless to say, there was a lot of tears from everyone in my family that night, and our dinner certainly went cold. The Presidential Scholarship was just the first way Scranton fully changed my life. Not just the full tuition, which was a nice bonus, but the experience within the program. After our freshman year, our class of scholars stayed an extra week on campus to meet as a program. We were all different majors and different programs, but we met to have discussions about all different topics and about world issues. We spent the summer researching problems in today's world and met back on campus a week before sophomore year began for another week of discussion and debate. It was an amazing way to start my time at Scranton, meeting with people I wouldn't normally see in my business class, discussing ideas and opinions that don't normally come up in the classroom. It was my first experience like that, having lively debates and discussions about real-world issues, but it certainly would not be my last at Scranton. As a cohort, we went from scared, timid freshmen to seniors that have had amazing opportunities here at the University of Scranton. Dan O'Reilly, for example, has received early acceptance into the University of Notre Dame's Alliance for Catholic Education program, receiving a cost-free Master's of Education while he serves as a full-time teacher in an under-resourced Catholic school. Or Matt Reynolds, who was recognized as a Goldwater Scholar with internships at the New York State Department of Health and the Rockefeller University, where he's researched the structural biophysics of protein assemblies in their cellular context. I could go on and on about all, I don't know what that means either. I could go on and on about all the amazing opportunities that every single scholar has had, but we would be here all night. All of us have had invaluable experiences and opportunities that would not be possible without our scholarships. Each of us have created amazing stories for ourselves, centering around opportunity, hard work, community, service, and success. As for me, the Presidential Scholarship set me up for 4 amazing years at the university. I will be able to complete 2 undergraduate degrees by the end of this school year in accounting and finance, as well as my minors in philosophy and business leadership. I've been able to be a part of both the Special Jesuit Liberal Arts Honors Program, which focuses on philosophy and theology, and the Business Leadership Honors Program, that develops leadership skills in a small group of the top business school students. I've also been lucky enough to serve as a captain of the crew team at the university for the past 3 years, in addition to being a student representative for the business club and one of the co-chairs for the Kenya School of Management's Student Advisory Board. I've had amazing internships in finance and then accounting at AstraZeneca Pharmaceuticals in Delaware, as well as PwC in Philadelphia. I was joined at PwC with 2 of my business leadership students, Pat Tuzo and Jess Campbell. I was able to study abroad at King's College in London this past spring, and while I had an amazing experience studying management, corporate social responsibility, and philosophy, while I also traveled the world, my heart was and always will be in Scranton. My experience at the University of Scranton is unique, amazing, and special, but it is just one of the many here in this room tonight. Every student here, both presidential scholar and business leadership students, have had their own special story about their time at the university, as does each alumni. What makes this possible is you. The generosity and love that goes into each donation is invaluable. I would not be here before you today or done any of the things I've accomplished over the past 3 years without the Presidential Scholarship. On behalf of all the scholars, thank you for everything you do for the Scranton community.